I salute you to Lord within you. In this lesson, my teacher would say, lesson 1, lesson 12, lesson 100, lesson 500. That's why I would say that this is the lesson 1 for very important aspect of life. Human is wanting what from life? Happiness, wealth, freedom, celebration. But what is the sole aim of human life? Sole aim of human life is, once a king said, this is a small little story I want to add. And today I'm going to talk about a very specific topic, and that is been obsession of humankind for generations, for lifetime. I'm revealing secrets, very powerful secrets. The knowledge which I'm bringing to you is not my knowledge at all. It's the knowledge of 5,000-year-old science. Whatever I could learn from my master, whatever I could practice, I'm going to reveal it to you. And I said, human being needs what in life? Happiness, peace, love, family, relationships, celebration, party, wealth, whatever you call it. But these are very temporary. These are very, very temporary things. They don't stay. What stays with human being is every single day. You look at the mirror. When the child is small, he doesn't look at the mirror. The moment he starts growing, he starts talking to the mirror. And each one of us do talk to mirror. There are points in life. I've seen people, and I'm talking about a science. I'm not naming that science today. Let me first name you that science. That science is called KayaKalp. Kaya is Sharir. Kalp is redefining, redoing, re-engineering, reprocessing, rethinking. The moment you say age reversal, the synonymous name of the Indian science is KayaKalp. The moment you say you want to look younger, you have to go back to history and search few knowledge of the past. We have a lot of information about people who live for 250 years, 260 years, 270 years, thousands of years. If you go to our Vedas, Upanishads, our texts, you will find out. And in the last lesson, when I was talking about Patanjali Yoga Sutra, I talked to you about that this universe has gone through 4 phases. 4 phases. Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, Kaliyug. Satyug, the prana was in the body, in the navel area. Treta, it came to bones. Dwapar, it came to muscles. And in Kali Yuga, the prana resides outside the body, that is food. If you don't eat food, you will die. And I'm going to talk about anti-aging today. If you hear me right, I'm going to teach you every smallest little secret of anti-aging. Man is always thinking to look younger. Because I told you, first thing, from childhood, the moment your size grow beyond that level of your bathroom, where you wash your face, you start looking at your face. I'm looking at 11, 12, 13 years. then your size is just ahead of it. You can actually see your face only. That's the quest. So there are philosophical reasons of you wanting to look younger. There are spiritual reasons you're looking younger. There are social reasons why you should look younger. From the perspective of responsibility, you should look younger. There are many, many possibilities why you should look younger. And what does youth give you? I'm going to talk about the science of youth. I'm going to talk about every aspect of youth. In another word, KayaKalp is fountain of youth. And I will take you to a point where science has reached too. Where has science reached? Believe me, next 500 years, I expect people to die at 400, 500, 600 years. But we are not there. My knowledge will help you today. I'm not here to say that you're 80 now, I'll convert it into 40. No. Aging is a process. So that is also a topic to discuss. The process of aging. That's a very important process, important topic to discuss. The process of aging. How you take aging. So you understand now the discussion? Discussion is, what is the way to look younger? What is the way to feel younger? What is the way to experience youth within you? Now let's start going back to the history. People have been obsessed to look younger, not from today. Not from today. 69 BC, the queen of anti-aging, the woman who describes anti-aging, the woman who looks so pretty, so, now that also has to be a discussion. What is pretty? Say beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. Now what is pretty? We'll discuss it later. But right now, we are starting to discuss the efforts being put by people in the past. What can we get? What fragrance, what knowledge can we get of the past? Cleopatra, a beautiful princess, born in 69 BC and had died at 39 years. The history is, that she used to use donkey's milk, 4,000 donkey milk, and bathe in it, because those days the information was that certain content of the milk of the donkey would reverse her age. But what is the end of Cleopatra? 39 years. Just 39 years. And that's why you should know the process of aging also. Very important. And then, Wu Jising, another very beautiful princess, born again in the year 624 AD and died at 705 AD, died at 71. Another princess, Mary, she was the princess of Scotland, again born in 1542 and died at 1587, again died at 45. Bathing in a donkey's milk and still dying at a young age. What does it prove? It does prove the quest. It does prove the quest. Longing of every human being is to look younger. Buddha calls it the disease of this universe is desire. The eightfold, 8 things of Buddha, like yoga, Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. Similarly, eightfold of Buddhism. No desire. no desire. But don't you feel everyone desires to look younger? And that's the quest I'm working on today. That Cleopatra bathed in 4,000 donkeys' milk every day. But what does it prove that you died at younger? And the second, the Chinese Princess Wu, she died at 71. And the other, and what she did, she created freshly harvested her, some powders she used to make to, and by the way, they were the most prettiest woman. That's why Cleopatra died at a younger age. She was so pretty. Something did work on it. That's why I question science. You know, when the telomerase idea came, the scientist who did research on telomerase got a Nobel Award. But let me, before I go into the other princes who bathed with white wine, yes, wine does have something. Wine do have something for anti-aging. But that doesn't mean you keep drinking wine and you look younger. No. Science of yoga will explain you in depth of the science of anti-aging. And that science is named as, once again, KayaKalp. Change yourself. Change the way you look. The ancient science was so powerful, like a snake, you could remove your skin. That powerful was the science. And I am also knower of 75 to 80% of the knowledge. I too don't have 100%. But my 80% will give you a beautiful picture. You will know how to look younger, for sure. For sure. What not to do, what to do, all I will talk about. But I talked about when telomerase came in the universe, when the knowledge of telomerase came. What is telomerase? Your DNA. To understand, I've been fascinated by this Japanese physicist. He talks about future. He talks about in 2020, 2050, 2070, 3000, how the world will change. And he talks very beautifully. He talks about telomerase. What is telomerase? He talks very beautifully about telomerase. It's about that the telomerase is actually a strand. It's like a shoelace. It's like a shoelace. What do you see in a shoelace? Two plastic ends. And the science, present science, till the present science knows about age reversal, I'm taking you there now. But all his research are based on mice. No human research up till now has been done on human body. I will tell you why. The Japanese scientist who talks about future, Michio Kaku, a physicist, I like his flamboyance. I like him because he's so positive. Because he doesn't talk about the world will die. He talks about what will be the future of this universe. And he talks so beautifully about. And that is the knowledge which I'm going to talk about. That telomerase, when they invented the whole telomerase science, came to the world, and the mice looked younger. I'm going to explain you. And why it has not been experimented on human being is also to be understood. The fountain of youth. And I will go ahead than Dr. Kaku into making you understand what is DNA, how DNA is formed. You know, I can call it DNA is equals to species. Whatever you are, whoever you are, it's just DNA. And I'll go into depth of knowledge of DNA before I explain you, because if you want to understand anti-aging, you have to go on a cellular level. You have to go on a cellular level. You don't drink water and you think about anti-aging, forget about it. Because 95% of your body is water. And to replicate cells, you need water. If there's dehydration at cellular level, you will die younger. Take it from me. The most important process in aging is cell. See, when you want to explain the human being, it's like the cells forms tissue. Tissue forms organ. Organ forms organ system. And the human being. It's so simple. Let me first explain you telomerase and how telomerase. Now this telomerase is like a shoelace which has the end with the plastic wrap. That's what Dr. Kaku talks about. That if there is no plastic end to that shoelace, what will happen? It will wither off. It will wither off. It will wither off. Same happens to a thin wire, telomerase. Now, as the cell ages, it starts shortening. It shortens so much that it withers off. It withers off. Now you have to go now to the history of telomerase. Now you have to get to understand telomerase. Before I talk to you about DNA, the offshoot of DNA is telomerase. Offshoot of DNA is telomerase. Now, there are two ways to work on this telomerase. Yes, telomerase. See, we have got fragments of anti-aging in the scientific world, but it's yet not confirmed that yes, you go to a shop, you go to all the medical stores, but it says anti-aging is a $1 zillion business. $1 zillion business. $1 zillion business. But all this $1 zillion, no one tells you how it adversely affects your body. How it adversely affects. Let me tell you from the telomerase point of view. Then I'll come to creams, soaps, everything possible on earth. And I'm not saying they're bad. It's a good effort. Because they're also putting facts together to create a product. Any product anyone makes is not bad. But now, you have to understand that there are two ways to get this telomerase going. And it is the body function. It is I told you, when science ends, he works.